the curtains, dim the lights, let's start the show. Another week of upland news, let's fucking go. Every day in upland there's a stream for you. Different types of players and their points of view. Saturdays are for the Clue Crew, and we've got a lot to chew through, keeping tabs on all we can and sticking it to the man.
I'm not your lawyer, your banker, or your mother. Do your own research and make your own damn decisions. Welcome to the Clue Crew, where each week we discuss the various news, facts, and rumors. We're putting our heads together to solve the mystery that is Upland. I'm Scooby, and, well, there's actually no one with me today. It's very sad. No, I'm sure that he'll show up. He actually was talking to me a little bit earlier. So, well, I mean, we were texting and whatnot. Alright, so, noticing right off the bat here, let's see, I don't know if I'm just a little loud on my thing here, probably. Let's go ahead and knock that back a little bit, because, you may have, if you have a keen ear, might have heard a little bit of a jingle, during the theme song there, because I have updated the Scream Alert. The Scream Alert was, of course, great for Halloween and whatnot, and I am always trying to keep myself from waking up the kid. It's one of my top priorities, actually. So I wanted to keep that around, but keep it festive. So I got to figure out a way to keep it from showing up during like the intro and whatnot. But I switched it around to be more of a jingle alert. So whenever I pass the threshold, this is what will happen now. Oh, hold on. I have to, let's try that again. A little jingle for you. It'll, and every time that happens, I'm gonna give away 5,000 Uppies. Well, that's not fair. I don't think I crossed the threshold that way. Okay, fine. Apparently I'm giving away 5,000 Uppies over there. I need to keep track of that somewhere. Let's go ahead and just, put 5K there. Alrighty. Give me 1 second here, cause yeah, if that's the case, let's go ahead and help me out with that threshold a little bit, because I don't need to be doing an ASMR show the whole damn time. So for now, let's stick it to there. Yeah, alright. Okie dokie dokie doo. Alright, so yeah, we'll see if Cernus shows up, and if he does, fantastic. If not, we will just make do without him. And, yeah, I haven't decided how I'm going to disperse the 5,000 Uppies per, well, it was a Scream Alert was fun for Halloween. I got to figure out a less, screamy word. Anyway. I'm not used to flying solo for this, but we'll make it work. Lots happened. Well, actually, not all that much has happened, but we've gotten a lot of news about what's gonna happen. And some of it has been news about stuff we already knew was gonna happen. Some of it's been new news. So we've had old news, new news, and then just news. Not too much in terms of what's actually come to light yet, but we're getting there. We can now apply for nurseries. That's something. That's delightful. I still need to do that. I haven't made my signs and whatnot, or the images you gotta submit for them. They gotta be in all the 3 different format sizes and everything, which is a pain in the ass, because it's like 891 by 673 pixels, and I'm just like, what the fuck is... Even numbers, Upland! Even numbers! Come on, man. Like, 2 of them make total sense to me. 1080 by 1920, 1920 by 1080. Sure, man. Cool. But then it's like 861 by 630. I'm like, no. That should be, you need to be rounding both of those numbers to the nearest 100, or at least the nearest like 25 or 50. my personal opinion, every single time I have to make images to submit for a meta venture, I have the exact same feeling. It feels so fucking arbitrary. I'm sure there's some reason, there's some tech standard or UI standard about phones or what, I don't know, but it just seems weird to me. Ah, I spilled a little bit there. Huh. Excuse me. Alrighty. Yeah. So, on to the news. Now, we missed last week, so we're actually like double behind. But, which, sorry about that. That was weird. Yeah, I took a picture of my internet box because I've never seen it actually do that, where it was just like, you're so not connected, we're giving you 5 gray bars. Okay, cool. Rebooted it, did a soft reboot, hard reboot, medium reboot, did all the reboots. Nothing. Oh yeah, no, caustic array. Yeah, I've got my own process for doing it now. I use an open source app called Image Toolbox that I've come to really enjoy. It's got a lot of really nifty, like granular, uh, like instead of being able to do a lot of things with one tool, it comes with a lot of just like little things where it's like you want to just crop, here's just one thing for that. Anyway, um, but yeah, I just every single time I have to go back and check the numbers again because I can never remember what they are. Again, 1920, 1080, 1080, 1920. Same as that TV I've had for 4 years. I can do that. All right. Well, what have we missed? It's without Cernus here. It's almost more intimate. It's like I don't. It's just me and the people. See, today is the 6th, so we missed the 29th, so everything after the 22nd. Alright. So let's just barrel oh yeah! Alright, let's barrel through some of this shit. Actually, no, let's do it that way. Where are you? New tab. Wunderbar. Oh, by the way, giving away 75,000 Uppies, this time, this week, was gonna do FIFA 22, but actually I was gonna do wrestling. I got it working on my Steam Deck, and I have a HDMI capture device, and I stupidly just assumed that would work. No. So, that's a no-go. So then I was like, alright, well, soccer, FIFA 22. Well, it's installed, but I gotta figure out its compatibility or some shit. I'm having a hell of a day with compatibility today. I did finally get Fortnite working, though. I got Windows installed on my Steam Deck. I hate Windows, but I really wanted to play Fortnite. So I got it installed on my Steam Deck. Really happy, really enjoying that. Wrestling's a game I've been wanting to play. Got that working. GTA, all that stuff. Just got to get the capture device working. In any event, so without that, we'll just stick with tried and true Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Yeah. I keep coming back to it because I've yet to find another, like, a better, more stable game that offers more than 2 parties to win. And I like being able to offer people the chance, like, beyond just, like, red or blue team. Yeah. Alright, so, I got that starting, and then you'll pick your players. Right. Let's see here. So, we had the Block Explorer sale. The Gobblers, the Undead Pilgrims, because, I mean, I know this is Pilgrim Punk Collection, but they look like zombies to me with the blue skin and whatnot. And then, the other turkeys. Which that in itself, I noticed, caused a lot, like, not like a problematic level of confusion, but enough confusion to where I noticed it happen more than once, where, because there was one Pilgrim Block Explorer, but 2 turkey ones, there was a little bit of confusion when people were talking about the 2 different turkey ones. So, you know, it made me think, like, it made me think, all right, they're doing 3 different sets. They could have done a little bit more variety. They could have just had one turkey one and then picked another Thanksgiving trope for the third one. Um, I mean, honestly, if they wanted to stick with turkey, they could have had an alive turkey and then a baked turkey dinner bracket explorer. Why not? You know, before and after. Um, I picked up all 3. I did not burn them because yeah, okay, so caustic array, you bring up the fuse block explorer, and a lot of people like how it looked. You're not alone in thinking it looked really, you're saying it looked pretty rad. um I don't disagree, like, I don't think it looks bad. It wasn't, I consciously chose to not do it because I didn't know what I'd be getting going in. Because it just tells you that you'll get something by doing it. Once you've collected all 3 block explorers, prepare for a special burn event, trade them, yada 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 yada. But you don't see what you're actually gonna get. And I'm just not cool with that. I'm not cool with the whole burn, fucking eliminate, and I hope you like what you get. You can give us the picture, man. Like, I promise you can. Just give us the picture first. So, just based on not having the picture, I was like, nope, I'm out. I rolled the dice on all 3, hoping I'd get the ones that I liked of all 3. I by and large did. By and large did. I got, let's see, I got, what was the thing? I got the gobble press guy. I got this guy here with the multicolored weights on the end of the straight bar being all, you know, Will Richard Simmons, yeah. Um, he's, you know, of these, because that's the thing. I actually hated this one. The gobble gains. I I stand by what I've said before. For people that have talked to me like in the chat and stuff, it's it I I kind of hate it so much visually and aesthetically that I'm impressed. You know, like a car crash where you can't look away, and so like gut reaction was like, fucking, that's so stupid. And then I kept thinking about it, and I kept thinking about it, and then before I knew it, I was like, all right, now I kind of got to get it, and I'm just like, all right, so now I got one, and I almost like it ironically. I don't know, the Richard Simmons turkey guy. Then we got the Undead Pilgrim. I got the Game Bringer one holding the video game controller. Gotta love that. Although the one that looks like he's holding a root beer float, that's pretty cool too. I'll give him that. And then for the other turkey one, um, that was the only one where I actually think that the super rare one was the best one. The Imperial Goblin not there with the purple and the kind of synthwave Miami thing. That's pretty cool looking. But I got the stealthy one, Midnight Waddle or whatever, so that was cool. But anyway, point is the fuse one was cool. Non-starter for me if you're not going to show me what we're getting. And there's no reason that they didn't. Well, I mean, unless they were afraid that it would cause people like me to not do. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so that happened. What else happened? We had trucks. We had construction. I'm not even going to open up that article because we all know what happened. We got multiple construction vehicles, which we know are going to be an enhancement for Sparklet in terms of building shit. They're going to, like, facilitate that somehow. I've speculated with several people about whether or not that's going to be a straight, like, it's going to just decrease the amount of time on a build required. Is it going to but I've wondered, like, is it going to increase the amount of Sparklet that is allowed to be staked, so people could just doubling up on it? Is it gonna do, there's more than just one way that could apply, and I wonder if that's gonna vary by the vehicle type, such that if you have more than one kind of vehicle on the thing, you can combine those benefits. Like a construction company. Construction companies more than just cement mixers, and that's Cernus just popped on my chat, so he might show up. I'm gonna let him know. No worries. No worries, man. We're going fine. overslept in a nap. Hey, we've all been there. Anyway, yeah. So I do wonder how that's gonna work in terms of the different types of vehicles. And then of course we have the rare one, the super duper rare one that everyone was hoping to get because service points. I don't know. You fucking tell me. Look, fire trucks are cool. Vroom vroom. Water water. And no argument in the real world. Like, firemen are awesome. Firefighters are awesome. My bad. But like the whole in the game, what makes it good? What makes it special? Like rarity alone does not suffice, and service points. All right, cool. Yeah, we know we need them. We know they're gonna play in, but all that's so wishy-washy at this stage anyway. Like, it's just weird that they were putting that against the construction vehicles that enhance Sparklet. Like, okay, if you had the fire truck, and the fire truck was the rare one opposite the vans. Remember the van sale? I loved the van sale. I got all three, this many. I got one. I got one of each. I got the passenger, I got the carrier, and I got the specially deshly. I still don't know what makes it special, but it's special. I don't know. But the point is, if you had put those three against the fire truck, made the fire truck rare there, with the service points, then the hype would have made sense. Then it would have been like, well, fuck yeah. Against the vans, much as I love the vans, even I'd have been like, shit, I hope I get a fire truck. I hope I get a fire truck in this. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want the vans, but I really hope I get a fire truck. Sure, that's what would have happened there. I don't know really how many people were like, there were a few, but most people were like, I kind of hope I don't get the fire truck because we want to fucking build. All this emphasis is on the building. It's the weirdest shift I've ever seen in terms of marketing a single sale. It's like it's almost, obviously this isn't the case, but it's almost like they had overstock of fire trucks from the last time, and they were trying to figure out a way to make them seem special to get them out before they got the new shipment in. Whatever. Here's hoping. There's been a lot of speculation, though, that will actually be some sort of like specially, like there's gonna be actual fires, and before you know it, you're gonna be like, oh fuck, I really did need a fire truck. But that's super speculation. Whereas construction vehicles gonna enhance the Sparklet, the building of it all. Well, fuck, no brainer. So I'm gonna watch that one. I'm gonna watch that one because that's one of the most interesting types of oh, can't think of the word, but like type of story thing, because like he, even if nothing like happens, that will in itself be interesting. Like if nothing makes the fire trucks better, then the sale's gonna always be that much weirder. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll just have to see where it goes. Do 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 do. Lore. Yeah, confident wouldn't get one of them. Yeah. Which, not for nothing, Swarley, but you just said it right there. If you're in a situation where you're going, boy, I sure am glad that I got that dump truck instead of that fire truck. At least I know what I'm going to be able to do with that dump truck. I'm not saying the fire truck's a bad thing. I'm saying you left something out of the sales pitch there. I don't know what happened, but somewhere our wires got crossed. Anyway, what happened? Yeah, and that's a whole other thing with the footprints of the big firehouses. Those things are fucking huge. But yeah. What else did we have? We had a turkey hunt. I don't think I even did this. Did I? What was this? I registered for this. And was this a treasure hunt? Whatever. I think I paid the 2,000 Uppies and then got busy. Like it. We've reached Christmas season at work. This last couple of weeks have been a fucking blur for me. It's yeah. If you've been to the cafe with me, you know. But yeah, Clue leads to new. Oh man, it was an actual scavenger hunt thing. Oh, I missed it. Boo. No, I'm sad. C'est la vie. That's what the old folks say. Oh, and we had a Black Friday sale because, you know. Oh, right. Okay. First of all, right here. This is the Block Explorer, the turducken. Of, Block Explorers. Which, oh yeah, no, Swarly, I appreciate that I could have gotten the addresses from Discord. I don't lament that I didn't like finish it for the prize thing or whatever. That's Upland has I'm happy to say Upland has gotten to a point where enough shit is happening often enough that it's not it's not like Pokemon. You're never gonna catch them all. Or I guess it is like Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? So no, but like. I like the real scavenger hunts when they put a little effort into them, and you got to actually do little bits of whether that effort is through like clues on Google or map asset clues or whatever. The fun of it all. I enjoy the fun of it all, and that's where it's like, oh, I missed it. Ah well, there'll be another one. Whatever. But yeah, yeah, Black Friday. All right, I got. Alright, Scooby. You can't yell. I got a lot of opinions about Black Friday as a whole. And I gotta separate those from Black Friday and Upland. Black Friday as a whole is it's just an abhorrent, despicable, terrible thing that has yielded no benefit to society, in my opinion, and is only detrimental and downright harmful. But also, the fuck kind of a hot air balloon? First of all, no. I look at that thing and my first thought isn't, oh, there's the hot air balloon. But of course. I don't know, it's several things all put together. So first you have the face part of it, then you have the way that it's pixelated, but the box it's carrying isn't, and then you have that it's holding both a $sign tag and a sales tag, separate tags. The whole thing, it's a mess. It's too much. It's busy, and the color's awful, and I'm still confused by page 1 of it being a hot air balloon. Did you mention hot air balloons? I didn't mention hot air balloons. Did you mention hot air balloons? Did you? I didn't ask. No? What the Are we getting hot air balloons? Is this like a clue? Hold on. I got it. But like, seriously. I really don't get it. Maybe I didn't read it close enough. Did they... Right, the Armada sale, which, let's go ahead and, because I had someone look this up for me, because, yeah, so, okay, alright, I've got my magnifying glass for clues. I need to make a tinfoil hat for when I go into conspiracy mode, because that's what I'm about to do here. In just a second. Hold on. I'm letting Cernus know that he, just in case I was ambiguous with my wording earlier, that he's welcome to pop in anytime he wants. He has the invite. Anyway, so tinfoil hat on. Just imagine it, right? But definition number 1 is a fleet of warships. Now, is this like a Sparklet Wars hint? Are we gonna be getting hot air balloon warships? Like fucking Led Zeppelins? Or just Zeppelins? Not necessarily the band, I guess. But you know what I'm saying. Like, is that a hint about, I don't know. That could be cool. That could be cool. And it might make me like take back a little bit of what I have to say, because unless it's something cool like that, I just don't get it. Yeah, anyway. What else did we have with that? We had, excuse me, sorry. I've been getting over a cold. We have the ornaments, which I didn't pick up any of these. I didn't dislike them. I just, excuse me. I don't know. Like, they're cool in their own right. I just don't. They weren't cool enough for me to spend $10 on. Maybe I'll pick them up secondary for Uppies at some point. I don't know. Sorry. But did something else happen with these? No. We had that. Feast mode. Oh, did it show us? Okay, so was it so I guess we did have a chance to see what it was going to be before. Yeah, okay. I guess I just didn't see it in time. Ah, well, whatever. It is what it is. But again, unless something like Sparklet Wars happens with those hot air balloons, that will be maybe the worst Block Explorer sale, in my opinion, they've ever had. Like, from an aesthetic point of view, I'm trying to think of a Block Explorer sale they had previously that I thought looked like more like shit. I mean, there's been plenty in terms of the spectrum of, like, you know, good to bad to worth it to not, Uppies sale, USD sale, different pricing and all that. But in terms of just, like, that wasn't even to the point, like, okay, even the turkey one, I came back around to the point of, like, alright, I'm gonna get this guy. That just looks stupid, so that, I'm out. I'm out on it unless it comes back to be some sort of, like, Zeppelin warship thing. Which, again, if that was the case, sell blimps. Blimps are cooler than hot air balloons. Firm stance. Damn it. Alright, that's 10,000. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm keeping track of how much I'm going to be giving away, and I'll figure out between now and next week how I'm going to, like, disperse that. Maybe I'll set up a thing in the Hong Kong server for people to do for Wheel of Names or something. I don't know. What else we got going on? We had service structures. Had more of those. Nail salons, which yeah, that does look like a nail salon. Optometrist, which I guess, I mean, I get what they're doing there, you know, glasses, but really it just kind of feels like a sunglasses hut type of thing. Oh, no, I see. Okay, that's why they put in this other one. So if you're looking in the right window, you see the actual, like, you know, read the last 4 lines. Camera 1, camera 2. That kind of thing. Oh shit! Before we move on, let's pick some people. Right, you gotta do this. All right. Timed, and then we wanted to change the rules. We'll do this for 45 minutes. Half hour. I don't know how long I'm gonna run the night, so I don't want to have it go too long. Time. Alright, X. And for this one, we're gonna do Sandy Cheeks. Invader Zim. Cat Dog. And Leonardo. So get your picks in now for Sandy, Invader Zim, Cat Dog, or Leonardo for your chance to win your share of 75,000 Uppies. Brought to you by Hong Kong, the place where everything cool is happening. Have you considered investing in Hong Kong today? No? What are you, a fool? Join all the cool kids at the Hong Kong table. Yeah, that's fun. Alright. Get your picks in now. It'll be starting any second now. And, son of a bitch. Alright, fine. Separately from that, I'm also up to 15 fucking thousand Uppies. I gotta be quieter. I gotta. Okay, so what else do we have? Luxury fashion boutique. Now, I noticed again, they have done the thing where, they're doing, only 3, yeah, okay, so looks like he's not gonna be able to make it. No worries, he'll be back next week. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, 3. The power of 3. The power of 3 service structures. So, I'm curious, and I've got you fine folks here with me. Do you all think that the trend of going down from 4 structures a week to 3 is more because they're running out, or because they read the room on people saying they were doing too many per week? Because that was a common thing that a lot of people were saying, and I've seen a lot of people react positively to this consistent drop off from 4 to 3. And I tend to lean towards they just more so read the room, much like with the service structure blueprints after the first sale, when they realized, like, well, this is a bad idea, limiting this by rank, and they haven't gone back since then. They've of course left that door open, and I'll give them that credit that Upland has a pattern of leaving the door open for them to, like, go back and do things previously. Yeah, no, I can't think it's that they ran out, but that's kind of a point. If it's not that they ran out, then it would mean that they're reading the room, which is a good thing. I mean, I wish we all want them to do it, like, all the time, but I love seeing evidence that they're doing it at all. Isn't that great? You know? You gotta take what you can get with Upland. But yeah, no, they do a lot of them do look the same. And I I don't know. I'm torn between being thankful of of just like that we're getting shit and that we're getting it um in a functionally diverse way, if not aesthetically diverse way. But then also it's like half the reason I'm here is for the pretty, pretty, shiny, shiny. So come on, man. I don't know. Now, this luxury fashion boutique, by luxury fashion boutique, they seem to mean cocktail dresses, purses, and high heels. Okay, sure. To be honest, I don't know if you were to ask me what are the three things you sell in a luxury fashion boutique, those might be the three things I say. I don't fucking know. So whatever. I got it. I got all three. Because again, if it's gonna be able to be built in Hong Kong, I'll get it. Um, don't know when I'm gonna start any of these. I might. Uh, well, I might start a nail salon somewhere. Like I know that optometrists are one of those things where they're gonna be around. You know, it's like a dentist office or the DMV. Sure, fine, but yeah, it's not as fun. A nail salon is kind of fun. Kind of fun. I like getting my nails done. So, alright. Never had my nails done professionally, but if I had a $20 certificate to a nail salon or an optometrist office, I think I'd prefer the nail salon. So, you know, take that as you will. Oh, damn, it's a shame Cernus couldn't be here. But like I can't like hold this off any further, so yeah, we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna do this without him. So we had more London. We finally got it. We finally got London 4. Sort of. We got as close to a London 4 as apparently we're ever gonna get, since this seems to be the new form of city expansion. I mean, I'm curious to see if we will ever see a normal city expansion again, because sure, I mean, yeah, we're gonna get new city releases. That's a given. That's a given. But we also have seen, I mean, shit, Hong Kong being released all at once was maybe the last time it's gonna fucking happen, because like they're just not doing that anymore. And I didn't realize for a while that they hadn't done that to begin with. Like I said, as I've said before, it caught me fucking off guard that Dallas wasn't completely released and it was only like 10%. I'm just like, oh, okay. So, but now we're getting these evolutions, you know, instead of expansions. We're getting these little driplets, and I don't know, whatever. Um, I see. What do we have here with this with London? They had 900 new properties across 5 neighborhoods. Um, which help me out here. The 900 properties across the 5 neighborhoods. Are the neighborhoods then completely released? Like they're only releasing a few neighborhoods at a time with these evolutions, but are they at least completely releasing the neighborhoods? Someone in the chat let me know, because I'm not clear on that. Let's see here. We had new collections with these. The standard bundles, the deluxe bundles. I had planned initially on getting the deluxe bundle simply because it's European, so I'd be able to build it in Rome. But I ended up sleeping on it. It was a rough day of work for me. The last day that it was available, and I even said to somebody in a chat, and I was like, "We're just gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what my fingers do when I get home on my phone. Maybe I'll fall asleep. Maybe they'll get it." They did not get it. But you know, that's how it is. It's whatever. It's not. I could only build it in Europe anyway, and I don't have a big holding in Europe, so whatever. I do like the design of it though. Um, there's something about the ice cream in that little thing in the little window there next to the window. It kind of reminds me of like the ice cream in the DuckTales movie with the genie when they're making all their wishes. I don't know why. That you know how you had like I feel like everybody had that like cartoon food when they were a kid that was like, oh, that looks delicious. The fucking food in DuckTales for some reason I was like, yeah, man. Let's see here. Looking ahead, laying foundations. You know, now that they're doing London and everything, it'd be kind of cool if they did a Guy Fawkes. I mean, we're already past November now, but there's such a focus on American holidays, and yet there's also a like explicit recognition of the very international culture that makes up Upland in terms of the player base and the inherent international culture of it being an international game. So, like, they should start incorporating other international holidays and shit, like Guy Fawkes Day in England, or Chinese New Year, or um, I mean they already did a little bit of that with Carnival, didn't they? So yeah, I hope they do that. Also, it'd be really fun if there was just like a blowing up Parliament mini game where you're playing as Guy Fawkes, and it's kind of a red versus blue capture the flag thing. One group's trying to blow up Parliament, the other. Yeah, I'm gonna stop before I end up being taken down. Uh, oh, we had this, which I don't really care about the racing part of this. Um, but they did a thing, and I was very happy about it. Did y'all notice this one? It's collectible. Oh, whoa. No, no. That was way more than I meant to highlight. Right here. It was collectible. The racing pass was legit. And that's all I wanted. I'm not gonna race unless it's like a task that I need to do. Which, oh shit, I need to do the tasks. I'll get to that. But I like passes. I like city passes. I like seasonal passes. I've got a collection of all the different season. Well, not all the different season passes, but at least one from each season of each year of the years they've offered it. Um, and so when I saw that this actually came with a pass, I bought one. And it's nice to know that the Uppies actually goes to the pool, so it goes to the winners, the people that are like actually going to try and do the thing. I love a community event. I love that kind of shit. So it's awesome. Um, Beyond that, I don't know. Congratulations, Pigeon, in advance. For the first time, resonance and influence score in gamified earnings. Oh, yeah, this thing that's already caused confusion, panic in the streets, embarrassment, all kinds of bad stuff. In my opinion, it's slightly convoluted unnecessarily. So the 2 season-long missions, which, first of all, I want to point out that these 2 missions to net at least a +1 increase in influence score and a +1 increase in resonance. The season-long mission is accurate. Saying that you have the whole season to complete the mission is inaccurate. And that's something that I kind of dislike about it because, like, this is in some ways, like, it's poised as being super easy. Guys, you have all season. All you gotta do is increase each score by 1. Except that, like, a lot of shit can happen in in the span of an entire season. So if you lose 10, you gotta gain back 11. If this was like you just need to at any point in this season have gained +1, that would be different. But this is saying that by the end of it, you have to have gotten a net positive. I'm just saying that can be more difficult than it may seem, depending on how it goes. I mean, I know that I personally have experienced just waking up days and seeing the score fucking change, having done nothing, no sales, no buys, no nothing. And it's just like, cause shit's moving. And I get that that's the point, that's what they're going for those, overlapping and interloping mechanics. I don't it's not that I have a problem with. I just wish they'd make it a little more clear that this could be more difficult than it may seem at first. That's all. I kind of like it as a task. I just, yeah. See, we're keeping things simple on purpose. It's just the beginning. And I'm just like, this may end up, it may not be that simple. That's all. And then you have the issue of how many tasks are there then? If these are the 2 monthly tasks, these are the 2 season long tasks, but we're still going to have 10 total for the season. That means that we are not going to have 2 tasks per week through the season, because these are taking up 2 of those slots, which means that we're either not going to have any tasks for week 5, or one of the weeks, or there's going to be 2 weeks where we only have 1 task. And I've already seen some people think that, like, there's going to be 12, and it's just there's not. By the way, got explicit confirmation on that. There's only going to be 10, period. So it's, yeah. What are the first 2 missions? Buy 3 items from any meta venture, and then place 10 Wonderland ornaments on 10 structures anywhere in Upland. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure I did the first one just doing stuff, so I just need to do the second one. Alright. Hey! Pigeon made it! He's safe. He made it home. I assume is what he means. I don't know. Hey, how you doing, Pigeon? Oh, by the way, you can pick one of the fighters if you want there. You see who's playing: Sandy, Invader Zim, Cat Dog, Leonardo. 75,000 epics prize stuff. What else is going on here? Yeah. So, and do your tasks. You got until Tuesday, 7 a.m. PT, 10 a.m. ET, whatever a.m. your T. Oh, alright, thanks. Season pass. Oh, alright, yeah, here we go. Here's the season pass one, which had there's been a lot of comparisons of these guys to My Little Pony, and I get it. It definitely does kind of have a little bit of My Little Pony aesthetic. Yeah, I don't really care one way or another about the Uppies themselves that are being portrayed there. For me, I do just in general like the synthwave Miami type of aesthetic. So foreground Uppies, don't care. Background, love. I grabbed one of them, burned it. And which I guess means yeah. So if you burn the season pass now, that's another part of the convolution, because they put in a wild card, sort of. It protects you, kind of, because they can't just make it simple. So the wild card does not apply to the earnings requirement. It basically only applies to making sure that you get the badge, and I guess it would make sure that you get this block explorer. But the thing is, most people that are like trying to complete everything, the big draw is those earnings. And so when you say there's a wild card that protects you, you all you gotta do is burn the season pass, and you get a wild card, protects you in case you miss one of the tasks. There's a lot of people that are gonna stop listening right there. They're not gonna then hear the except for the earnings part of that. What was that? Huh? Like I'm not saying it's dirty in terms of like misleading of like false advertisement or anything. It's just I don't know. I don't like it. I say don't include the wild card at all. Just avoid the ugh of it. Or I think you should be able the whole like getting the badge thing, getting a wild card specifically for the badge thing. Maybe make that just like a separate thing you can buy for Uppies. I do like the polygon purpley Romany bust here. That's cool. I'll be happy to get that. Fusion Pass don't really think is worth it, but whatever. They want to make season passes more rewarding and worthwhile over time. I mean, yeah. We would like that too. um Whatever. More important stuff going on. There's a storm a-comin'. We're getting roads. We're getting weather. We're getting a whole new world. At least that's the way they're acting. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. And I look forward to seeing it. I'm just yeah. How is that? How is different from burning the pass as one gamified earning requirement? Oh, damn. Yeah, that's actually shit. Level up tech. I hadn't thought about that. That's actually a really good point. Functionally, it's the exact same as having the burning of the past being satisfying one of the requests. Shit. All right, you know what? Good call. All right, yeah, right on. But on to but again, we're getting roads. We're getting grass, refined property colors. I mean, look at that green. Doesn't it look just delightful? That this is. I just want to point out that this is how conditioned Upland has us. They have us so conditioned that the screenshot of refined property colors of just the shade of green, of what the shade of green is, has us going, ooh, that kind of looks like grass. Our expectations are so low. But I do like it. I mean, I'm really knocking myself more than I am Upland because I am excited by it. I'm excited about it. I agree. It is a more balanced tone. I agree. It does better fit the aesthetic. I like the grade there as well. Textures as a whole. Roads, those are great. Roads are fantastic. I'm curious on how those are gonna work with the cars, but I guess we're gonna see that as it happens. I'm more interested in this weather and atmosphere part. So apparently, using POV mode, we're going to start noticing atmospheric haze along the distant horizon. Which what the fuck is atmospheric haze? Is that like are they talking about clouds? Is that? I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of when I've heard the phrase atmospheric haze. I don't know. So if anybody in the chat has an idea of what atmospheric haze is, other than like I guess clouds, let me know. Depth and distance, weather effects and development. It's going to begin as global effects, so when it rains, it's going to rain everywhere. What I really like about that is they say it's going to begin as global effects, which implies that it will eventually move on to localized effects. So it's going to be raining in California, but dry as shit in Arizona, just like in the real world. Although I guess I don't know how much it's raining in California, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, Swarly, fog. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Well, then just say fog. Who the fuck says hate? If it ends up being fog, I'm gonna call them out for that because like I honestly best answer I've heard. Best answer I've heard. But if that's what it ends up being, I'm gonna call them out for that. What the fuck? But I don't know. I've never looked at the horizon as the sun sets and gone, look at that haze right there. But anyway, so eventually localized, I'm thinking you'll have, it'll be raining in Seattle, but it's going to be dry in Texas because that would make sense. Now they point out that it's going to allow for seasonal variety. Rain in the spring and fall, snow in the winter. I am excited as shit for this. I have been wanting weather in Upland for so long. And it looks like we're finally going to get it. And I'm just pleased as punch. Pleased as punch. Happy as a butterfly on a flower. I don't know. But you look at this and you look at those shades of green, and I love them. I think it looks great. I look forward to it. And I look forward to the storms that will be coming. They're coming. But yeah, so roads, weather, visual upgrades. Is all of this what enhanced graphics has been for the whole time? Because I've never been clear on what that setting is for. And now I'm starting to wonder, maybe it was the first part of this and they put in so that like when all of this was ready, we'd be able to just click the button. No reason to actually think that's the case, but that's what I choose to believe. Wonderland Season Collector Score Challenge returns. Vaporwave, I guess is what I always call it synthwave. I guess Vaporwave is the actual name for it. Whatever. I just call it that Miami Vice City aesthetic. People know what I mean. We're officially retiring the Builder Challenge. Such and such. Collector score, leaderboards. Well, okay. Yeah, if you're into this thing, you probably already know all about it. But they've done this kind of thing in the past. Looks like they're just tweaking it a little bit, which is good. Tweaking things to better fit a meta is always good. I don't do this stuff really. Like I like collecting stuff, but I don't really do these particular leaderboard games. But I do like cassette tapes. Damn. I want that Block Explorer. Alright. I might try and pick up that Block Explorer secondary just because I really like cassette tapes. But I don't know. Anytime I see these kinds of contests, it just always feels like I'm not gonna be able to just like from the get-go be able to compete. I'd have to put in a lot of effort and maybe resources. And then it's always just like, do I want to sacrifice that time and energy? And then it's it's kind of like that episode of The Office where Pam is trying to decide if she wants to go home or stay in the office, and she falls asleep on her keyboard trying to decide. It's kind of what happens to me. So I pretty much end up never doing it. Your favorite indica flower level up? Gotcha. Sour diesel, personally. Um, what else? No, enough of the collector's score. We had more service structures. Now these I was way more into. Because we got the pawn shop. Yeah. Down here at the pawn shop. And I love, what do we have? What are they selling at the pawn shop? TV, acoustic guitar, electric guitar, amp, computer monitor, random box. Like, alright, cool, but where's the giant stack of like Blu-ray discs? Where's the entire glass case and whatnot of guns? I'm missing the whole bin of random of like old video game systems. Maybe this is just the pawn shops around where I'm from. There's not nearly enough knives in that window. Just saying. And we got good old Po Boy's Tire Shop. So we now have, in Upland, we have a DMV. We've got the auto repair shop. We have the tire shop. We got a lot of stuff for, and the car wash. We got a lot of stuff for cars. And finally, the ice rink. Which I'm a little mixed on. Love an ice rink. Ice skating's fun as shit. But I'm torn on if, like, I would have preferred that to have been. I mean, of all the things, I kind of wish that was an outdoor thing. I wish there wasn't a roof. I wish that it was an external, outdoor type of structure, such that a mayor could put it in a park. Because ice rinks are just. Yeah, a lot of them, maybe even a majority of them, are inside. But it's cooler when they're outside. Literally and figuratively. Oh, and congratulations, people that chose Sandy Cheeks. Y'all will be splitting 75,000 Uppies. Way to go. Congratulations. Yay. So yeah, I love that we're getting an ice rink. I wish that I just kind of wish we were getting it without these walls and ceilings. That's all. That's it. Ooh, also, I guess that's what I wish. I guess really what I wish is that we would get a structure that was multi-seasonal, like a lake that froze in the winter to be an ice rink. You know what I'm saying? Or I guess like a fountain or whatever. But like something that naturally is one thing in one season, but something else in another. Seasonally convertible structures. Multi-season structure. I don't know, whatever. Something like that. That's what I'd like to see. But it's a start. Ice skating's fun as shit. Glad we got it. I got it, of course. And that I will actually start here pretty soon. Gotta find a place to put it. So yeah, I like the ice rink. Yeah. Right. Well, that's enough nice things to say about Upland. Time to say some mean stuff. Dear Upland, who the hell do you think you are? What gives you the right? Who are you fooling? And other stereotypical questions of that nature. 5% of the Sparklet value in Uppies? Just say 1%. Stop. Like, no. you're not fooling anybody. First of all, we all know 1,000 Uppies is not equal to $1. Number one, you only are even able to sell it at that price if you're selling it through the web and not on the fucking App Store where it adds on that 30%. Now, I'm not holding that against you. That's because of Apple and Google's duopoly on the App Stores. But it does kind of fly in the face of your idea of 1,000 Uppies being $1. Especially since you get it for 1,000 Uppies on the web, for more than that on the App Store, and for way fucking less than that if you do it the normal way now through the secondary market. So, page one, let's stop acting like Uppies is so easily pegged 1,000 to $1. Let's just fucking knock that shit off. Number two, since we've agreed with number one to knock that shit off, don't call this 5% in a, like, God, let's find the actual thing, because I'm gonna get to it. Yeah. Now, come on, Pigeon. You know they're not. Okay. Pigeon's saying that they should start selling Sparklet for Uppies if they're gonna do that, which I of course agree. And I asked actually Squall about that. I said, "Ooh, hey Squall, since you're like in this article directly pegging Uppies value to Sparklet, does that mean that we're gonna see some Sparklet sold for Uppies?" The response of no was so quick that there was neither capitalization or punctuation. It was just, I mean, immediately lowercase n, lowercase o, enter. No, 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 no. Like, so you agree that's you acknowledging it's bullshit. Not you, Squall, but like you as a representative of Upland, like Upland. That to me is indicative that Upland acknowledges it's bullshit. Now where the fuck is that? Hold on. If I'm gonna talk this, I'm gonna actually show it on the screen. Where are you? There we are. All right. Receive monthly Uppies payout equal to 5% of the Sparklet value from seeds generated. It's not. It's objectively not. 1%. I mean, I could. I'll go to 3. I'll go to 3 to 1. Honestly, pretty much everyone agrees it's 5 to 1. But I'll allow a bit of slippage. I'll go 3 to 1. But even then, that number's bullshit. So I don't know. I think that they would have been better off just scrapping that and coming up with a completely different way of wording it. They should have just kept it vague. A monthly Uppies payout equal to a percentage of the Sparklet value. A percentage. Just don't even fucking put it out there. Leave that shit on the blockchain for people to then figure out, and then they can argue themselves and be like, well, they clearly did this. Yeah, okay, well, they didn't come out and say that. That would have been a better look. In a weird way, them trying to skirt it would have been a better look. Alright, well, I mean, I'm still going to do it. I've already got 2 nurseries built. I'm in Hong Kong right now. I just need to finish the image thing, like I said earlier, so that I can submit for them, and then I'll have them going. I'm very excited to see what the seeds are going to generate are. But that just... oh, that rubs me the wrong way. Equal to 5% of the Sparklet value. At what time, too? Are you saying 5% of the Sparklet value based on the exchange price at the time that the seed was generated? Are you basing it at the time of the monthly Uppies payout? I mean, that shit matters. So I'm curious about that as well. But as bullshit as Upland is treating this, it's a small part of it. Like, it's complete bullshit, but it's a small part. Still very excited about seeds, very excited about STEM, excited about life, excited about seeing how the plants and the animals and the uppies are going to all play along. I hope somebody gets eaten because that's going to be fun. Not really, but like kinda, not. I want an element of danger. I've been voting for something like natural disasters for a while now in Upland because I want an element of danger in the game. So I hope that there is a little bit of a destructive, chaotic element in all of this interoperability. Um, Probably won't be. I never get my wish with that kind of stuff, but we'll see. And that's it for the news. That's it for the news. Let's see, what else do we have going on? How's everyone doing, by the way? With your 2 monthly tasks, are you so far looking to fulfill it? I'm failing more with every passing day. I've succeeded in adding one to my influence score. I've so far lost, I think, 8 uppies from my up. So you know, um, yeah. But I've heard other people say, and I stole this idea, and I suggest that you do it too. But you can always buy uppies if you buy structures that have uppies in them. So I'm gonna see where I stand about a week before the season's over, and then if I need to, I'm just gonna get on Upix Land, try and find some micro houses that have uppies, and just yoink 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 yoink. Cause I want the task done. I want to get that completionist shit. I want to keep my 15.2. With my 15.2, I'm pulling in over 300K a month, and I like that. That it feels good. It's a good feeling. I want to keep it. I want to keep that high. Let's see what else we got going on. I am behind on all of the community shows, so I don't know what they've been talking about the last couple of weeks. I've been either at home doing family stuff, working my ass off, or in the cafe and not listening to stuff. So I'll get to it though. I did check out Nolt, and I have a couple of Nolts of the week that I'm gonna award 10,000 Upix per, person for. This one goes to Internet Explorer. And frankly, this is about the only time I can imagine that I would actually award anything to an Internet Explorer. But, it's a strange world, strange days. But they had a good idea. Add an upland-made icon and non-UGC filter for assets. Basically, just exactly what it sounds like. Need to something to indicate that an asset was made by Upland as opposed to made by players. The same way they do that, first mint, last mint, splitter mint. Be great if we could search filter for that as well. And they've already addressed that they're going to start making that distinction matter for points for ornament contests. So like I can see that for map asset contests. There's a lot of potential for this to matter and be very useful on down the road. So Internet Explorer, good idea. I agree. I support. You won 10,000 Upix. Hit me up. Oh, and Swarley, yes, you're right. Buying structures with them in there doesn't mean that they'll stay in there when you buy, because your influence will play a role. That's actually why I specifically said I'm gonna wait till near the end. I said a week before, like the last week, and what I really, because I've thought about that. What I really mean is starting the last week, I'm gonna start looking to scout out micro houses to buy. I would do the actual buy with only like a day or so before the end of it to try and keep that locked in as fuck. But you're right. You gotta try and catch that knife a little bit. All right. Other note of the week is to Bon Rotlo. And no limit of meta ventures on a single property. Very simple. We can now build multiple structures on properties. We should be able to have multiple meta ventures on properties. One person can own multiple stores on a strip mall lot. yeah, no, yeah. Honestly, strip malls. And frankly, they're letting us do multiple service structures on a property. So, yeah, it just makes sense. So come on. So yeah, those are my notes of the week, and that is the only prize I do. That to receive your prize is up to you. All the other ones, I'll reach out to you. I'll make sure you get it if I can. With these though, I can't correlate the names. So Bon Rotlo, I don't know what you are on Discord or Upland. You contact me. I'm Scooby, everywhere. Yeah, and I mean shit, Swarley, right? Factory and showroom on the same property at least. At the fucking basic functionality, you should be able to put one factory and one showroom on one property and link them together. That's a no-brainer. That's like Upland, what are you doing? So, yeah, come on. I don't think I have anything else actually. Kind of blitzed through everything that I have. I haven't done enough research to see how Hong Kong is doing in terms of how much it's minted and built and whatnot. I need to update those numbers. But we still are on Spark Train number 2, and it is still going strong, and it still has prizes and stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna read those. Where are you? I'm going to be, I still need to add a little bit to the prize pool, but if you get in on train car number 2, the amount of Sparklet you stake is going to be your number of entries into the prize pool whenever the whole train car is done. Right now, that prize pool is 100,000 Uppies, 1,000 Sparklet, 5 ornaments, and you pick the season, a Frosty Grip Block Explorer, and 10 Racing Legits. So, come join us in Hong Kong. We're building shit. It's fun stuff. See if I have any other plugs going on. Oh, after this stream tonight, I'm going to be doing my last Extra Life charity stream. I'm going to be doing my giveaways for it, which that's it. It's its own prize pool that I have somewhere, not on me. I'll find that before I actually start that stream. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that in just a little while I play whatever my computer works with. I'm not even going to try and commit to anything right now because it's that kind of day. Yeah, that's pretty, like I said, that's pretty much all we got this week. It's been a weird week. Never carried a whole episode by myself. Yeah. It's like talking to yourself, but with other people. It's weird. So, yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll wrap up this week's episode. But, of course, the mystery remains. Its solution ever elusive. I would like to thank my co-host, Ernest, but unfortunately he's not here right now. So instead, I'll just thank everyone joining me live or, watching this later. And remind you all that alone we are each but a single gray cell. It is together that we are the Upland community brain. Be safe, everyone. I'll catch you crazy cats and kittens on the flip side. Later, taters.
Articles, rumors, and hoods, giving away more than we should. Contests, debates, hot takes, every week till something breaks. Minting every city, collecting blue squares, praying to the gods that they'll be ultra rares. Racing, shopping, hunting, damn, there's lots to do. We'll cover everything we can on the Clue Crew. Think that there's too much to track? Well, we do too. Feeling lost or overwhelmed, we're here for you. So if you're here for the scoop, remember y'all, he's not your mother, not your lawyer, just a